Hey guys, I'm here showcasing Mekk Invoked. Went top 8 with it at the Pittsburgh Regional. They gave us this cool custom-made field center, which I thought was pretty awesome, and then the qualifier mat, which is the boys sword mat, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, everything's still the same in the main deck except for the minor changes because of the ban list. So what I changed was the Hornets are gone because it's just not consistent no more. Having a one-up really hurt that engine. Not for Sky Strikers, but just for everyone else to be splashing it around. And then the Goblin's gone, so you can't just easily OTK. I mean, you still can easily OTK, you just can't do it with a Goblin and a Hornet anymore since, you know, that play is just not possible anymore with Goblin being banned. So yeah, let's get to the deck profile, and I hope you guys enjoy. 3 Alistair, Mekk Invoke, so you do want to play 3, you do want to open this card, so 3 is perfectly good. I do play 2 of hand traps, 2 Ash, 2 Ogre, and 2 Droll. I replaced Ghost Spell, which is what I was maining at regionals, but it wasn't doing enough. It did help me win against Gouki, having the Bell, just because I was able to stop their firewall, and I was able to stop the rematch. So other than that, it didn't really do much, so I'm keeping it in the side, just because it would be a good card siding against them. And I put Droll back in just because this is a going second deck, so you do want to OTK and stop your opponent as fast as possible, and this stops your opponents on their tracks from searching and continuing to do their play. So Droll's back in the main. So that's it for the hand traps. For the Mekk Knights, 3 purple. He is definitely the best one. I don't care what people say, he is the best one. You do want to open him up. You do want to tag out, bait out some ashes, bait out Ogre, bait out anything that's going to stop your Alistair. And if they don't bait it out, which doesn't matter, you get blue, and then blue will bait him out. So yeah, it's pretty good. He's the best opening one. For the other ones, 2 blue. I only played 2. I think 2 is perfectly fine. Playing 3 was always a brick for me. I hated seeing 2 blue in my opening hand just because he is a once per turn. That's it. Once you summon him that one time, you get that 1 search. Then he's just a vanilla for the rest of the turn. So 2 is fine. That's all I need just to get my Mekk Knights out. For the 1-ups, 1 Indigo, Mr. Movement, and Mr. Negate now, since I do play the World Legacy Secrets. So with Secrets on this, it's pretty much double negate, and you can move your Mekk Knight Link to keep them from dying, keep your other Mekk Knights from dying. So yeah, the fact that we have the Mekk Knight Link now, and the Trap card, this card is pretty good now. So yeah, 1 Indigo. 1 yellow, this card won me almost every game against Altergeist and True Draco, just popping the floodgates and just popping everything. Same with playing Sky Strikers, popping the multi-roll, that helped. So yeah, this card is really good right now in today's meta, and I think people should be playing this now instead of Red Moon. Red Moon doesn't do anything, honestly. Like, almost all your cards could get over big monsters. You could beat over everything with any Mekk Knight. So yeah, I think yellow's good. 2 Time Maidens. I've been testing this out. People told me to throw it in just because it is an extender now. Since we lost Hornet, this is my going first card, but again, you do not want to go first with this deck. This deck has always been going second. But you know, other than that, this is a good card to open just to make a column if your opponent doesn't have one for you and they end up just passing, which sometimes happens. So this will let you OTK. So yeah, Time Maiden. For the spells, 3 Instant Fusion, just because I want to see my Millenniumize. Millenniumize says search for free because he is a Call by the Grave on legs. So that's the reason why I play 3 now, because I want my plays to go through. And it's just a good extender. You don't need to bring on Millenniumize. I do play Restrict as well. So this is for snatching monsters, booking monsters with Raijin Engine, and then just letting me continue my plays with Millenniumize. So that's why I play 3. For the other fusions, in 2 Invocation, playing 3 sucked so bad. I played 3 regionals and I was just drawing 2 with an Alistair and a Meltdown, and that was terrible, and I just hated breaking like that. So I went back down to 2, and 2 is not giving me a problem. So yeah, I do play Desires, and I never seem to banish 2 away. Half the time I search it out before I use Desires, so 2 is good. 2 Terraforming because of that too, so that's the reason why. 3 Meltdown because you just want to see your Alistair, so just easy way to see your Alistair. 2 Mind Control just because this is an extender and a board breaker. And it's just a really good card going second, stealing people's monsters. Setting it first, summon your Mekk Knight, then flip it over, snatch a monster, and link away. So yeah, mind control. 2 Call by the Grave, still playing it just because you want your plays to go through, and this deck searches a lot. Searches way too much for its own good, to be honest. So Droll's like your worst enemy, you want to stop that. You want to stop your Ashes, you want to stop your Ogres. So yeah. The 1-ups, 1 Succession, because this is another good extender. This and Instant Fusion is really good. Snatching a monster with 1000 Eye Restrict, then link away for Link Rebo, and using this to bring out 1000 Eye again under Link Rebo to snatch another monster. Like, it's a pretty good combo, and also it's just searchable with the Mekk Knight link, so it's just an easy monster reborn for you to search out and for you to use. So yeah. The 1 Desires, I only play 1 because 1's fine. I don't want to resolve 2. I just need to draw that. I need to draw 2 when I need to, and if I don't see it, it's fine. It's not like I need to see it. So yeah. 1 Desires. 2 Twin, because this card won me so many games at regionals with all the back row that was going on. Just being able to pop all the floodgates, being able to get rid of diagrams, getting rid of multi-rolls, field centers, you know, everything. I mean, field spells, anything. Like, this card's so good right now. So I'm putting in the main because this deck loses to back row. This deck's terrible against back row, to be honest. So yeah, I made the 2 Twins for that reason. The 1 Secrets, because it's searchable and movement says negate, and it's just a monster reborn for any level 5 or higher, which almost all your big monsters are. So yeah, I think Secrets is good. It came in clutch at regionals, so many negates. It was so good. So I'm gonna keep it in the main for now. For the other traps, the 3 Impermanents. This card's busted. It's way better than Veiler, especially for this deck because you negate columns, and yeah, it just shuts down a lot of decks, especially Gouki's now. The fact that you can target them, targeting anything now, which is, you know, lets you push through the U-Link now. So yeah, 3 Impermanents. That's it for the main. I do want to play 40 just to keep it consistent, so I'm gonna try to stick with 40. For the extra deck, Raijin for all the fusions. 2 Purgatrio and 2 Mekaba. I think 2 Mekaba is correct. I don't think you should be playing 3. 3 is a break. I mean, not a break, my bad. 3 is just overdoing it. All you need is 2. 2 Purgatrio is fine. You can play 1 if you like. I like 2. And then there's Raijin, just because I do play Draw now, so I want to have just another target for my invocation to play. And then also for Instant Fusion. So yeah, that's it for the Invoke fusions. For the other fusions, I do play Millennium Eyes and 1000 Eyes. Millennium Eyes, like I said earlier, is just a free searcher. Lets you search for free all day at regionals. I was searching for free. Every time I would resolve Instant Fusion, it would normally be a game because I'll get all my combo pieces out, make board sword, tie for game. It's so easy. And then this is just another mind control. So yeah, that's it for the fusions. For the links, well, Link Rebo because I have a lot of level 1s. The 1 Alistair, just there, just to extend, just to grab your invocation, to summon another fusion monster if you need to do it. It's also really good for making board sword. You would only summon them if you're gonna go for game. Don't bring them out prematurely because there's no reason to. There's no reason to summon them out just to fuse away if you can't get them back from the grave. I mean, from the banned section. So yeah, 1's good. The 1 Morningstar, because, you know, search out Succession, search out Secrets, and this card was busted at regionals. No one read him. People just attacked into him thinking that he would die, and he does not die. If none of your Mekk Knights are not in the same column as your opponent's monsters, they don't take any battle damage and they don't die by battle. So yeah, this card won me a lot of games because people just didn't read him. And yeah, just read this card if you're going up against it, guys. Honestly, this card has a lot of effects. So yeah. The 1 Supreme King, yeah, the Mekk Knight Supreme, just because you can't target him now. With all the Sky Strikers running around, they can't Widow Anchor this, they can't out it. The only way they got out it is with the spell removal one. I forgot what it's called, but it's the one that lets you pop a set card and lets you pop a monster from the field non-targeting. That's the only way Sky Strikers gonna be able to out this, unless they summon what's it called? The Dragon Diabolos to crash into it. Other than that, this is just a really good card against that. And just Apocalypse can't pop it because Apocalypse targets just a lot of things target, so they can't out this, can't mind control this. So yeah, the 1 For the Nightmares, just Phoenix and Unicorn. That's all I needed. all day I was just popping back rows, spinning cards that I didn't want to destroy because of effects, and yeah, I mean, this was just really good. That's all I needed, no Cerberus. And for the other links, the Borrowsword and the Borrowload. I wasn't maining Borrowload at the time because I had Goblin in, because I was going for the OTK, but now that I have the space, I just throw him back in because he's a game ender and he's a game changer. So yeah, that's it for the links. Like, definitely play Borrowsword if you have one, because this deck is so good to have this guy. It's just an easy win constantly if you bring him out. So yeah, that's it for the links. For the side deck, it's gonna constantly be changing because of the meta. I did change it recently because of the current meta, so that's all I have for now. So between really for all the back row decks for Sky Strikers, it's a blowout card for them. This is like Draco's worst enemy, especially Altergeist too, just because they can't negate it. So unless they have the link guy out, which they're not gonna have going first. So yeah, the evenly matches. 2 Magic Deflectors, just because I mean deflects spell cards. It's really good against a lot of decks. Every deck plays spells, and it's just you could just slide it in for any deck, honestly, except for Altergeist obviously and 2 Dracos. I mean, you can slide it for 2 Dracos if you want to stop Diagram that bad, but there's no reason to. So yeah. 3 Red Reboot. This card won me every game against trap decks at regionals. Sliding this in, I always opened it, shut down the back row. It doesn't matter if they grab another one to set because it's over. You only want to activate this card if you're going for game. If you don't have game, don't activate this card, save it. Use it for when you do have game. And yeah, that's about it. Don't play this card if you can't go for game, that's all I'm saying. The newly added Typhoons, because again, back row, just as against back row, so just more spot removal. And it's a hand trap that they have face up, which they're gonna have all the floodgates up, so you could definitely pop it. And you can't pop Imperial Order with Twin Twisters if they flipped it after. So yeah, that's it for those. 2-Share Ride, because he's the maxi of this format. So yeah, that's it for that. The 2 Bells, because I still think these cards could be used against Goukis and against decks like BA or Shiranui, Zombies, which we're probably gonna see coming up once they get their Shuni cards and stuff like that. So yeah, Ghost Bell. And then for the last 2, the Gamma Seals, just because, yeah, just Kaiju the Sky Strikers, they can't activate anything, and you can just Kaiju, just a lot of decks, you can just Kaiju anything, honestly. You can Kaiju any Draco, any 2 Draco card, so they can activate their Monarch's Erupt, and yeah, Kaijus are still really good, so that's what I have on this side. Yeah, I mean, that's it for my deck profile, guys. I think it's a really good deck, so go out and play it if you have the money. So it is a really expensive deck, but with the reprints, it makes it a little bit more affordable. So I think it's still a really strong deck, especially for this meta, since it didn't get touched. Yeah, that's it, guys. Out.